Okay, welcome back to Bounce Around Charleston. I am excited about this segment because many of you will need to hear what we will be talking about in this segment, COVID and financial stress. And I've got the right person to help me, Adrienne Wilder of the Pinnacle Bank. She's here to help us discuss this topic. Adrienne, welcome to Bounce Around Charleston.
Thank you, Pastor Miller. It's a privilege and a pleasure to join you on today.
Okay, tell us your position with the Pinnacle Bank.
My pleasure. I have the opportunity at Pinnacle Financial Partners, and I'm in the Goose Creek location, to work alongside and lead a team of bankers. And it is our mission and goal to change the lives that we come in contact with. And we do that by listening to our clients' needs, looking for opportunities to just help them with their vision, dreams, and goals.
Okay, so we're in this pandemic with COVID, and I'm quite sure many of your clients and our viewers would want to know, how did COVID impact the client and how does it impact them with their banker relationship?
Very great question. COVID was a game changer, Pastor Miller. It impacted how people navigated through their banking needs. Protocol, banks were closed, doors were locked, and so a digital format had to be created for a lot of needs for clients. So that game changer was big. Conversations changed. People weren't able to come in as normal as they once were.
And you know what? That was even a game changer with churches, because we did everything virtual, but now we're hybrid. You can do in person and virtual. But you're telling me that even at the bank, you all were doing some of the same things?
Absolutely. It was an opportunity. You know, it's important to have a digital platform, but in the banking community, it's also important to have that person contact, being able to have your banker that you can call on, have that conversation, and not just call on any banker, but knowing your banker and being able to trust the information you're getting. It was a high level of things were just fluid, moving with COVID, the PPP, things were ever changing and very quickly.
So what does the future look like for banking in an ongoing COVID world for individual and other businesses?
Great question. So the future, people should be able to expect distinctive service and effective advice from their banker. And that's exactly what our branding is here at Pinnacle. We offer distinctive service. As you know, in today's world, service has plummeted. You walk into a business and it's almost as if they're doing you a favor. But when you come into one of our Pinnacle, we go above and beyond. We're not just order takers, we're listening for opportunities to meet our clients' need. And that ultimately means that there should be a balance between having a conversation with your client and your banker and balancing the digital world as well. It's important, you know, with COVID that we have digital format. You mentioned ministry earlier, Pastor Miller. Church doors were closed. So people were still in need and hungry for the word to be ministered in a hopeless time. So it's important to be able to have the digital platform, but even more so, it was important that the saints of God, that the parishioners knew that they could pick up the phone and call one another. They could contact their pastor, and having the, you know, visual capability through the digital format was beneficial as well.
So are you telling me, and I like what you just said, so you're telling me that in this COVID stressful time, what our viewers need to understand, if you're having a stressful situation, call the people that you need to call.
Absolutely. It's important to pick up the phone and have the conversation. One thing that stress does, it promotes avoidance. People go into a shutdown mode. They don't want to be bothered, but it's crucial to pick up the phone and have a conversation with your banker. And at Pinnacle, we didn't wait for our clients to call us. We were calling and checking on our clients to see if we were able to help them with any of their needs. It's important because there are opportunities that your banker could offer you when you are in a stressful financial situation. There are options. And unless you have that conversation, you may feel like you're out on an island all alone.
Because I do know, Adrienne, that we have viewers who have ongoing mortgages and credit card debt, and you're telling us what they need to do is to pick up the phone and call these individuals and allow them to know what's happening in their lives.
Absolutely, absolutely. Fear comes from not knowing, right? So when you pick up that phone and you have that conversation, your banker will be able to share with you options such as a deferment. They're able to delay that payment for a month or so, and that helps you. And when we're helping you, we're helping our community. We're helping to alleviate the levels of stress that people are having. Stress is a natural thing, but the lack of resources heightens that level of stress.
And you know what? I'm loving this conversation because you're allowing us to understand that COVID put us in a very difficult situation. And those who we may owe monies to, and like your water bill, your light bill, your credit card bill, these people are waiting to hear from you so they can give you options.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if I may mention about ministry, what we hear, a closed mouth is never fed, right? So let's talk. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Let's be aware. Once you're aware of what's going on, take accountability. Don't run from it. Take accountability because there's support out here to help you. Pinnacle, we're here to help our clients. We're here to help those out in the community that hopefully will be our clients one day.
Explain to me financial debt.
Right. So simply put, not having enough funds to take care of your needs. When you think about financial debt and you're thinking about debt that's been created for a need, or let's be frank, even a want. Sometimes people get in debt for things they want, and it's not being able to have enough resources to take care of that need. The state of worrying, anxiety, yes, not having enough to cover your current expenses.
Okay, Adrienne, tell us, what are some tips to help our viewers cope with financial stress?
As I stated before, once you're aware and taking accountability, that is so important to help alleviate your financial stress, because all it's going to do is produce embarrassment. But when you're having that conversation, you're ready to open up and receive that help. So reducing your expenses is a coping mechanism. Having a budget is plain and simple as having a budget. A lot of people fail to have a budget. So just because you have funds in your account doesn't mean that those funds should be used however you want. Make sure you're calculating, you're being intentional of writing down your income and your debt. These type of tools, your banker will be able to help you with.
And I saw one place where you wrote, you should start an emergency fund.
Yes, an emergency fund is crucial to have. And the reason is because you want to be able to, in the event of an emergency, an unexpected expense, if you have that emergency fund set aside, you can go into that fund and use it without heightening the stress. Some people call it a fund for opportunity. So it's not necessarily only for emergencies, it can be for an opportunity as well.
And so can an individual call and set up a time of counseling with you all?
Absolutely, great question. I'm glad you asked that. So at Pinnacle, another tool that we offer is financial education. And we have opportunities for ministries, business, individuals to hear how to better improve their finances. They can call at our Goose Creek office and speak with myself, and that is at 843-553-0021. That's Pinnacle Financial Partners in Goose Creek. Ask for Adrienne or anyone on my team could speak with you and schedule an appointment where you can come in to see myself. And if it's on a larger scale, such as the Live 5 News Associates, we will be glad to come out and host a financial education course. We have partners, hence our name. We have partners that work alongside one another to offer different classes as needed.
And I like what we wrote here. We work best when we work together.
Yes, that's my tag that I have on my email, because I really believe that we work best when we work together. And if I also may add, Pastor Miller, when we're offering our financial education, we do it as a lunch and learn. So we're going to feed your mind and we're going to feed your body.
Well, Adrienne Wilder, we say thank you for being on Bounce Around Charleston today. You've given us a wealth of knowledge to help us cope through this COVID situation.
It has been my pleasure. Thank you so much. We are glad to serve our community. That's who we are. That's what sets us apart from other financial industries. The 3-ring rule that we have, you mentioned someone calling us. You are guaranteed to speak with a person within 3 rings. 3 rings, someone live will pick up. No automated services where you're going to have to remember what number that you need for services. You're going to be in great hands with Pinnacle Financial Partners.
And give us that phone number one more time they should call.
Absolutely. The Goose Creek team with Adrienne and the bankers here can be reached at 843-553-0021. We are located in the Goose Creek location at 597 Old Mount Holly Road in Goose Creek. We're at the corner of St. James and Mount Holly. Can't miss us.
Adrienne Wilder, we thank you for being on Bounce Around Charleston. You have really helped us on today.
Thank you. It was my pleasure. Looking forward to helping many more.
Okay, you've heard about Help Bounce Around Charleston, how to help you cope with this COVID situation. You heard it from Adrienne Wilder. We'll be right back after this break.